Today is a difficult day, and there's no sugarcoating this any longer. Unless serious action is taken, and taken right fucking now, I am done with the NHL. In May of 2021, there were leaks of the Chicago Blackhawks facing a lawsuit from a former player who's yet to reveal himself, accusing them of covering up sexual assault that occurred in May of 2010, and writing the assaulter a letter of recommendation for a coaching position at Miami, Ohio. There have since been more accusations of this person committing sexual assault on other people, and a criminal conviction of sexual assault on a minor in Michigan. This man's name is Brad Aldrich, and he is now a registered sex offender. This hits me personally because I am a victim of sexual assault. And the way that the NHL handled this was exactly 100% wrong. I do not care that the NHL has a process for these things. This process is fucked, and the results prove it. Rick Westhead's reporting on this scandal has been essential to the writing of this script, and without his journalism on the matter, there's a good chance this would have been swept under the rug and forgotten about. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, Rick. The 172-page report on the investigation into this scandal has recently been released, and the results make me see red with every blink. Brad Aldrich was a video coach for the Chicago Blackhawks in 2010, and he would summon John Doe to review video of his game before masturbating in front of John Doe and later forcing him to have oral sex. When rumors of this incident spread, members of the Chicago Blackhawks management had a meeting on May 23, 2010 to discuss how to proceed with the team. These members included, but were not limited to, John McDonough, former team president, Stan Bowman, general manager, Joel Quenneville, former coach and current coach of the Florida Panthers, Jay Blunk, current standing executive vice president, and Kevin Cheveldayoff, former assistant general manager and current general manager of the Winnipeg Jets. After discussing, one of their coaching staff engaged in sexual assault with one of their players, they decided that because they were on a run to the Stanley Cup Finals, that they would do nothing and allow Brad to get away scot-free from what is considered in the state of Illinois as a Class 1 felony that requires a minimum of 4 years imprisonment. I sincerely hope that every one of those pieces of shit felt really fucking good lifting Lord Stanley a month later, because that is the last time anyone will ever associate that point in time as happiness. Criminal charges should be applied to all of these monsters, and yes, Illinois state law agrees with me on this matter. Quote, as of January 1st, 2020, the statute of limitations for reporting a sexual assault has been removed, but the new law is not retroactive, so if the crime happened before January 1st of 2020, the 3-year reporting period still applies. This means that yes, all of these men are criminally liable under Illinois state law for failing to report a sexual assault that they knew about by May 23rd of 2013. All of these men are monsters. Period. As if this wasn't important enough, the Blackhawks tried to sue people out of their money in order to keep their mouths shut as the story broke in May of 2021. Even the Blackhawks decided to do a weak-ass internal investigation that found no wrongdoing whatsoever as the weakest PR move of all time as an attempt to deny and dismiss the claims. Seriously, even the Washington football team is better PR than that. What the actual fuck is wrong with you? So much for always being on the side of the victim, am I right? As if this situation wasn't abominable enough, Jonathan Toews, captain of the team, initially came out and said that there was no knowledge of the assaults until after Brad left the team. But in that 172-page report, it was discovered that John Doe was teased and mocked by his teammates about the sexual assault throughout the rest of the 2010 Stanley Cup run, citing comments such as, "Did you miss your boyfriend, Brad?" One of either two options is true here. Either Jonathan Toews was told to lie by management, in which case he's an enabler of sexual assault by following through with that order to lie in an attempt to cover up a sexual assault he knew about, or he lied of his own fruition, and Jonathan Toews is an enabler of sexual assault by trying to lie and cover up a sexual assault he knew about. Either way, he's entirely in the wrong here and deserves to be punished severely, especially if he was involved with those comments. You don't come back from shit as hideous as that, and it's crystal fucking clear he was willing to do nothing because he'd rather win a cup than care about his fucking teammate. We can all agree that what happened with the Blackhawks is wrong and that punishment should arrive for everyone involved. But how are these punishments being dished out so far? For committing a crime under Illinois state law, the NHL decided to fine the Blackhawks $2 million while donating half of it to charities dedicated to sexual assault. My question is, are you fucking kidding me? Is that it? The Coyotes were punished harder than that when they scouted prospects a month early, and the Devils were punished and fined almost double that amount when they circumvented the salary cap to sign Ilya Kovalchuk. The same year, the Blackhawks failed to report a Class 1 felony to the police because they wanted to win a Stanley Cup. And you're going to sit here and tell me with a straight face that that's a proportional punishment? Fuck no, it's not. And you're lying if you tell me different. What about Stan Bowman? He was given the dignity to resign. So, let me get this straight. Gerard Gallant gets fired from the Florida Panthers in 2016, and he's forced to depart the stadium where he was just fired via a taxicab in complete disgrace for no justifiable reason. But Stan Bowman, a man who made a conscious choice to not report a sexual assault and conspiracy with other men in high positions of power, gets the dignity of resignation. You couldn't make this shit up if you tried. And I am so fucking over this special treatment for awful excuses for human beings, while good men get fucked sideways for no reason. In John Doe's case, literally. Nobody else, as of the writing of this script, has been disciplined, so here's my solution. John McDonough, Stan Bowman, Joel Quenneville, Jay Blunk, and Kevin Cheveldayoff all need to be banned from the NHL for life. Their names removed from the Stanley Cup, and have no chance of consideration for the Hockey Hall of Fame. If this does not happen, I am done supporting the NHL, because they've made it perfectly clear by that point that sexual assault can be tolerated if you're good enough at your job. As a victim of sexual assault, how am I supposed to take that as anything other than a slap in the face to the justice and principles you, as an organization, claim to stand for? Next up, the players. I do not care that Patrick Kane is a future Hall of Famer. I do not care how talented this 2010 roster was. And I super duper mega fucking do not care that Jonathan Toews is a legend of hockey history. All of them need to be permanently barred from Hockey Hall of Fame consideration, with exception to John Doe, whoever he is. True evil only exists in this world when good men do nothing, and that's exactly what happened with the 2010 Blackhawks. Never forget that lesson, and never think that you're above human decency to your fellow man just because you have a C on your chest or want to win a cup. On October 16th, 2021, a woman was raped inside of a train in Philadelphia, and this rape lasted for 8 minutes. This train was packed with fellow pedestrians, and they did nothing to help her. Some of them even took out their phones, not to call the police, but to record the rape. What is the difference between those pedestrians and Stan Bowman? My answer is not a goddamn thing. Think about that when you inevitably hear lies about how nobody knew that this was going on and how we do not tolerate abuse of our employees is being told to you with one hand while the same person is enabling said abuse and protecting the enablers with their other hand. I am tired of seeing news stories about players across the league being abused in the worst possible ways. I'm tired of the NHL making statements about how much they oppose abusing players with their left hand while funneling and enabling it with their right. I'm tired of people protecting this league while letting them routinely and repeatedly protect criminals. I'm tired of this ass-backwards hockey culture mentality ruin people's lives in the name of a fucking sport for the entertainment of millions. I am tired of society giving automatic respect and trust to massive corporations like the NHL to do the right thing based on nothing. And I am tired of people being shocked when this trust has been violated. The ball's in your court, NHL. Do the right thing, or I'm done supporting you. Thank you for watching.